The third plenary session was convened at the tail end of last year by the 11th Central Committee of the Communist Party of China. In it, history was made when a summary of the nation was provided. He could feel a new era starting. Brand new ideas for development were revealed to him. Unfortunately, they were at a junction that would prove difficult to cross, in which tradition would be replaced by the new. Yes, it would need courage. It would take patience. It demanded ability and determination. And of course, it would ask of physical strength. Xiao Bonyan was aware of all the qualities he was lacking, but he knew better than to let that stop him from giving it that one final push it needed.
Secretary Xiao, Deputy Secretary, good day to you.
It was raining just now. The rain didn't get to these parts?
It didn't.
That patch of yellow I see in the distance, that's Wang Yuan, right?
Yes.
Oh, good heavens. One can only hope that they get more rain soon.
Oh, that would be perfect. There wasn't much rain this past year.
We can't deny that. Until now, for the most part, people's survival depends on the skies. That's why I ask all the prefectural party committee leaders here. My schedule is pretty tight, with limited travel time. I've asked all of you to come here, so you could see Wang Yuan for yourselves, and so I could offer you much-needed help.
Honestly, changing and strengthening leadership in these prefectures are the most difficult issues. The Provincial Party Committee Organization Department has proposed a preliminary scheme to work with. We're getting close to linking people or events to the Gang of Four. Based on our investigation, a Gang of Four connection will automatically mean you are not qualified to be a leader. First thing we're doing is removing concerned leaders from Wangyuan Prefecture. And that is why we have no choice. It has been decided. You are no longer Administrative Commissioner. You are demoted to Provincial Bureau. You are connected to the Gang of Four. It's undeniable. You are no longer in the Wangyuan Prefecture Committee. I have to ask you to leave.
I am 58 this year, and as I was assigned as Provincial Party Committee Secretary, I have a key role to play. When I first took office, I made a full assessment of all the hardships they've faced here. And the situation was harsher than I had first imagined. Both the northern and southern regions are areas of most concern to me. The poverty in those villages truly warrants a state of emergency announcement. What concerns me even more is the poorer and more backward regions tend to be led by rigid leaders who can be rather unforgiving and more leftist in their thinking. We must fill the position of Administrative Commissioner as soon as humanly possible. Do you understand me? Good. The Cultural Revolution set us back by 10 years. Now every single hour of every single day is very precious.
Yes. Comrade Miao and I have already agreed. We must discuss this issue right away at that.
In fact, I'm already preparing a report for possible candidates.
Good.
All right.
Right. Stay. No need to send us off. Why don't you stay where you are and take a look at Wang Yuan? Take a good look at all the places where the colors of spring no longer shine. And think about that. Let's go. If you ask me, we should appoint only leading cadres that hold a more liberal mindset. I mean no disrespect to those who are more traditional in their ways, but what we need is a true pioneer.
You really want to risk it?
I do.
Secretary Xiao, you have greatly inspired me. There is no doubt about that. But I've just remembered, I might have someone. He might be a good fit.
Who is it?
Do you know Tian Fujun?
Tian Fuzhou. His name does sound rather familiar, but I'm not quite sure how or why.
He was top of his class at Zhenmin University. He was deputy director of the administration. That was before the Cultural Revolution. After that, he was head of the Rural Work Department. He also headed the Party Committee and Policy Research Office. During the revolution, he was with Wanxi County as deputy director. He stayed with them too, for 10 years.
Now I remember. Back when I was in Beijing, a Renmin University student sent me an essay he wrote on the situation then. It was very well written and left an impression on me. I even replied to him. Yes, I'm sure that was Tian Fuzhou. Mr. Gao has also mentioned him to me before.
Oh. Yes, but nominating Tian Fuzhou as the candidate for leading prefecture cadre, it might be too bold.
What? Why do you say that?
He made a mistake once and was suspended. He has no official job designation now, which also means he's jobless. What's more, he started out as a county deputy. If he were nominated as prefecture leader, come on, that's 2 or 3 grades promotion.
Yes, indeed. So, where's this Tian Fuzhou now? What is he keeping busy with?
A year ago, he was reassigned to a nominal position at Yuan, a local quarantine station.
Oh. The quarantine station.
Yes.
Tian Fuzhou fully understood what being in his current situation meant. He was visibly upset, not about the seniority of his job title, but the fact that he had nothing to do during his time at the quarantine station. He knew Comrade Miao Kai was not interested in him. Because of that, exactly when he would be reassigned was anyone's guess.
Thanks. Deputy Gao?
Yes. Secretary?
Ah, Fengge, you're here. Take a seat. Please, please. Sit. Fengge. Fengge, let's get straight to the point. I'm in charge of giving Secretary Xi Zhang my recommendations for candidates for Wang Yuan's administrative commissioner position. It is the prefectural party committee's view that you, Comrade Gao Fengge, are best suited to take over this position.
Me?
That's right.
I don't think I'm capable of that.
Hey, listen to me. We've worked together for so many years, and we both get along swimmingly, don't we? If it works out the way we plan, the work we'll do with Wang Yuan Prefecture in the future will surely be a lot easier.
If you trust me, sir, and the party trusts me, then I promise I won't let you down.
Come on. Comrade Fengge, are you going to start calling me sir now? I refuse to have any of that, all right? Just remember, the party always comes first, and I just help them out. However, based on the provincial organization department, there are certain people who have their reservations about you. It's likely I'll have to propose other candidates as well.
Backup candidates. Deputy commissioners. Feng Shiquan and also Hu Jiangwen. Feng Shiquan, he graduated from the Central Party School early this year and promoted to deputy commissioner. And Hu Jiangwen has held office for a longer period of time. But as far as competence is concerned, dare I say that he still falls short of me.
Oh, I see. You've thought this through. I'm actually quite impressed by that.
There aren't many people to consider. Our Huang Yuan staff is limited. Although, would you consider promoting someone from the county?
2 county secretaries with great reputations are nominated. But then, we surveyed for public appraisal votes. They were too low.
Over these past weeks, we heard an awful lot of rumors over the grapevine. Quite a few people who were unsure of their status were getting quite nervous. So they were worried that it was affecting everybody's quality of work. It's about time that we make a report and request approval from the provincial committee.
Well, then we should go right now.
Go?
What?
Go where?
Well, of course, where else? To report to Deputy Secretary Xi. I want to recommend you in person.
Oh, oh yeah. But I'm only going to report Secretary Mao has picked up the strong work ethic of Xi Zhong and Secretary Chao. And I know that you will recover the time that we lost in the Cultural Revolution. I don't doubt it.
Hello.
Yes?
How do you do? It's Tian Fujun.
Tian Fujun.
Secretary Miao, after being demoted and having to work here, I've thought a lot. And upon reflecting on all the work I've done, I've gained some insight. I feel...
Hey!
I feel that I've learned enough here already.
I could be assigned to the agricultural machinery station.
Would they...
Maybe reconsider?
Agriculture? Why there?
Well, to focus on agriculture.
Listen here now. Deputy Secretary Gao and I have to go to the province. Perhaps we can talk about it later, all right? That's it for now, right? Later then. Good. This is unexpected from the Tian Fujia I knew from Wanxi. He swallowed his pride to ask for work just now. But agricultural machinery? How dissatisfied must he be with his work? By Yuan, to the province.
Could that be him again? He sure is persistent.
Hello?
Secretary Miao.
I don't have to be head. Deputy head will suffice.
Tian Fujia.
Hello? Who's calling? Oh, please hold on. Secretary. It's Secretary Xi Chang.
Secretary Ji. Yes, it's me, Miao. Yes. We were just on our way to the committee to report to you. Tian Fujia. Yes. Yes, we did give him a suspension. No, well, we're observing him further before we finally make a submission. Then that can be discussed more later. Yes. You're saying we should send him to the province?
What do you think?
Well, if you think he can get on well with the work there, then we can let him stay in the province. A prefecture position would be hard to manage.
Good. Well then, have him report to the organization department. He'll be interim inspection committee member.
Tian Fujia was sent to the provincial party committee. The organization department required that he take charge of investigating people and events in the province that were linked to the Gang of Four. In fact, the work he was in charge of was already completed as early as last autumn, and he was just biding his time. Since then, he'd merely been staying at the provincial party committee's second guest house, basically doing nothing. Do listen. I'm so glad to have you and your daughter come visit me here.
Director, I'm not here to visit you.
Whether this is a friendly visit or not, I'm very happy to see you here.
Uncle Tian, I just dropped my father off. He was hoping to ask you for help today, and I shouldn't be here, so I'll be heading back to Yangtze.
Oh, of course. Yes, I understand.
Thank you. I'll be going now.
Oh no. Look at this. I don't even have a mug to spare. If you don't mind, you can use my mug to drink.
Oh no, it's quite all right. But here's the thing. I joined the party before all this. When the archives were inspected during the revolution, my membership form went missing. I'm not entirely sure where the papers could have disappeared to, so I just got another registration form. Then during the prefectural inspection, a report was filed that I joined the party during the revolution. They can't confirm I joined before it started, because investigations couldn't find the paperwork for it.
What about your application sponsor?
I'm afraid he's already passed away. You see, Secretary Gao Fengge, he's instructed the inspection team to refer me to administration. They're denying my party membership.
Denying your party membership?
I know what that means. After the Cultural Revolution, I won't be allowed to resume duty. Director, I can't be jobless.
The party constitution does not cover this.
The Constitution doesn't cover what? This is unprecedented. Director, you work at the Provincial Organization Department, and I've butted heads with Secretary Gao Fengge. He told me Secretary Miao Kai was the one who personally called for administration. Here's my appeal report. I'm giving you 2 copies. One for your leader, and one for you.
My work with this department is temporary. But let's see. Let's see what I can do. My assignment here just means I'll have much less to lose. All right, let's see. Well, I should call Secretary Gao first.
You can't call Secretary Gao.
Why not?
All the prefectural institutions know Gao Fengge will become the administrative commissioner of Yuan. He's the one who ordered this.
There you are then. That's exactly why I have to call him.
You can't go to him directly, I'm afraid. If we go according to procedure, we should forward this matter to the leading provincial inspection team first, via the prefectural committee inspection team. It's just that they've held up the report, and that's why I had to come to you. I was really hoping you could help me with the leading provincial inspection team in asking the prefectural inspection team to handle this.
That's no problem. I'll have to verify information anyway before I can report it. Don't worry, let's give him a call. Hello, Secretary Gao? How are you? It's Tian Fujun.
Hello, Fujun.
Yes. I'm calling about the Cultural Bureau Deputy Chief, Du Zhongxian. Perhaps we could review his case and rehash the findings.
You're in no position to handle this case, Fujun.
Secretary Gao, I'm a member of the provincial inspection team.
You may be that, but you're not an official member, so you have no right to deal with this.
Secretary Gao.
Enough. I've got more important things to do.
There you are, hurry! Are we late?
It's all your fault. I was waiting for you. Well, we're here. We might as well give it a shot, just in case he can't win him over and your uncle refuses to help, all right?
Here he comes.
Lunya, Ian, what are you both doing here, huh?
Uncle Du, have you told Uncle Tian about your problem?
I have.
Will you be helping him?
I will.
What?
Ian,
Listen, Du, here's the thing. Tian really isn't in the most ideal situation right now. He doesn't have a formal position,
you mean
even
you
with the
came here
provincial
your mother to
committee.
do that?
You're only giving him more trouble by asking him to help you out.
But isn't he with the provincial committee?
Not officially. It's been a year since they've given him a real position.
I see. I might have given him more trouble than it's worth. But he called Secretary Gao. He tried to talk to him just now.
I'm telling you, he was probably snubbed.
In that case,
Yes.
I must do something to fix this. Director, I have another request.
What is it?
Forget about my case. I can't give you any more trouble. Settle your own business first. After that, we can discuss mine.
Why don't the two of you go inside first? Leave the case. I'll bring it in. What? Huh? My wife got to you, didn't she?
No.
But you were so glad I called Secretary Gao.
When he becomes administrative commissioner, there'll be a new deputy secretary. I'll file an appeal again when that time comes. That will resolve it.
It might be too late then. The inspection is coming to an end. Once the archive is sealed, who will you appeal to?
That's my problem. Whatever the case may be, I can't make things difficult for you. I can't sabotage your promotion. It would be unfair to you.
Oh, come on. You're overthinking this. I'm capable of handling this. It'll be all right.
Give me the appeal report.
No, I won't.
Give it.
I won't give it back.
Listen, I'd rather you not help me. If you don't give it to me, I'll be the first to tell Gao Fangge that I did join the party, mid-revolution, and have him expel me. You couldn't help me if you wanted to. Give it.
Fine. I'll return the appeal report. But I've made up my mind and no one can change it. Here, take it.
The other copy?
If you conspire with my wife again, we're no longer friends. Don't ask me for help again. You're on your own. Listen, I've already returned the appeal to Do. What is it now? Still unhappy?
Why don't you want to stay here? My mother is looking after our son here. If you worked here, you could take care of them too. Isn't that so?
Listen, my dream for Wang Yuan is for the buns in people's bowls to be turned into white steamed buns. That dream has yet to be realized. But thankfully, after the third plenary, I really believe that we're close.
If that Gao becomes commissioner, will he give you everything you want?
Gao is ambitious. When I go back, I'll be going to agriculture, promote scientific farming. It's consistent with my ideas anyway.
Oh dear, there's really no getting through to you.
You know me well enough to know that.
Fine. Do what you want then. You are hopeless. Just forget it.
Aunt, try to stay calm and remember to use a softer approach. Uncle, I'll be back with more water.
Fine. Let's try not talking about unpleasant things. I'm packing a few clothes for you. Summer's approaching, and you can't possibly spend summer wearing winter clothes. You didn't come home to get them, so here they are now.
Yuan.
Look, these were your flowers. They've bloomed since. I thought you might want to see.
You know, I didn't mean to offend you. I know you're just concerned.
Right. See how
Anyway.
pretty the flowers are?
Oh, I remember this wicker case. It was your dowry, wasn't it? You carried this thing into our home all by yourself. Oh. Ow! You nearly snapped my fingers off.
If you return to Wang Yuan, I'm taking this case away from you.
It's been a while since we all ate together.
You didn't help when Runya wanted to transfer to a youth league committee, but you'll help other people?
Oh, Aunt. There's a difference between committees and what we call leagues. For instance, there's a Wang Yuan Prefectural Party Committee, but then there's the Wang Yuan Prefectural Youth League.
Slip of the tongue, I suppose.
So, Runya, tell me, will you? How did you manage to transfer to the youth league?
Du Lili's boyfriend, Wu Huiliang, he's part of the youth league. They needed staff, so they helped me. It was very simple.
Oh. Ooh. Who is Wu Huiliang's father?
His father is the Human Resource Bureau head.
Wu Dezuang?
Yes, that's him.
You're good, You've learned how to manipulate people. That transfer you made? I wasn't able to help you, but you got it done.
Uncle, I'm not manipulating anyone. Education was always my specialty. I got assigned to work at the youth league because I'm qualified to teach children. And I'm good at it too. Isn't that right, Aunt?
Yeah, she's right.
Say, how's our daughter? So how is she coping with school?
You remember you have a daughter.
She's my daughter. How could I forget about her?
You don't care about her studies or about her life. What's the point of even asking?
Auntie, Xiaosha's doing well. Don't worry about her, okay?
Runya, why can't you live a proper life with Shengxian? What about that?
Let's not talk about that. After dinner, I'll ask the manager for a room next door. Runya can stay here tonight.
Oh, no thanks. I have to go to the Youth League to do a few things. I can just stay there.
Very well. We're a little far from the Youth League. That's better. Yes. Also, don't wait up for me. I still have some work to finish tonight.
You're working late?
A report.
Rubbish. You're only going to write a letter to Du Zhongshan's behalf. For your leaders to read. I know you are.
I'm not. Stop it.
Don't lie to me. I know you quite well. You care much more about those who ask for your help than the actual assignments your leaders give you for work. I've said it. You're not going. Come with me instead. We're going to Secretary Xi's house.
Secretary Xi?
Yes.
You never visited us even once. My wife is not happy about that.
I know how that feels. Our son lives with my mother, but he never visits either.
And why not?
He's been unsuccessful. I suppose he's a bit ashamed.
Come on, we don't know that.
Secretary, if you hadn't set him up with the organization department, he'd be useless in Wang Yuan. Of course he's a little ashamed. What if someone started asking questions? What answers would he be able to give? He's worried about that. I forced him to come today to finally visit you and your wife. It's that simple. But when I asked him to come, he refused outright. Said he's afraid people would say he's brown-nosing.
Come on. He spent some time reporting on podiums, rehearsing programs, all on a stage. Now you're saying he's self-conscious?
He forces himself to do it. If he were a lot less self-conscious, he would have spoken to you a long time ago about returning to Wang Yuan. Returning to Wang Yuan is not a deal, but he simply didn't want to ask any of the leaders.
Do you think I don't know just because you didn't tell me, huh? You told someone you wanted to go to Wang Yuan, to have the agricultural machinery station.
No, that's not true. He was just joking about that.
Of course it is. I already told you, stop meddling with my work.
Secretary, it's not that I don't want him back at Wang Yuan, but tell me, what can a cadre who is suspended do when he returns? Right? You might as well keep him here in the provincial capital.
All right. The organization department is where he'll stay. Everybody there thinks highly of him. That's right, Tian Fuzha.
Wow, that's just great.
Yuan!
See? He gets all anxious when I say he should stay. Don't worry so much. Wansi County is all you ever think about.
Because I care about Wansi. I worked there for a decade. There are still many people there who can barely afford to eat. Fuzha, what are you having difficulties with? Go on, tell me.
Right. This is an investigation report of my comrade, Du Zhongshan. I know I should ask the organization department. I called the department director, but he said he was out of town. I called Commissioner Gao, but he said he was busy. I ended up calling the director, and he said that I should give this to you first.
No wonder you finally came with me. It's more work for Du
Just
Zhongshan.
relax. Refusal to acknowledge party membership? What? What is wrong with this administration?
I know. Also, this isn't the first time it happened. Actually, it's pretty commonplace even. It's all in that report. I've investigated pretty thoroughly. The provincial committee should take note. That's what I think. These men deserve fair treatment.
This is serious. I will talk to them. I'll have this resolved as soon as possible.
Good. Would you let me handle the case then? I believe I have the time for it.
Listen, Fuzha. The inspection to determine links to the Gang of Four is drawing to a close. The provincial committee and the various prefectures are summarizing findings. This issue will affect the progress and results of the entire inspection. If you were to handle it, then you'd be the focus of the conflict.
Well, anyone handling it would be.
Now is a rather sensitive time to be changing leaders in position. And I know that I shouldn't be telling you this. But in this case, the person in charge should be at least deputy director level. But you, Fuja, given you're not even an officially authorized cadre, you just can't.
But I'm not doing anything now.
So what? What you should do right now is avoid getting involved in any of this. Keep your head down. You should use this rare amount of free time to read more.
Du, it is you.
Director,
What are you doing here, huh?
I didn't want to visit at the guest house. Yuan might not like that, so I waited for you here all morning.
What's wrong? Are you still here because of that appeal?
I was just going to ask you for that remaining copy of my appeal.
But Du, I don't have it anymore. I handed it to Deputy Secretary Ji Chong.
Ah, Ji Chong, I know him. When he was part of the Revolutionary Committee at Wang Yuan, he went to Wanxi. Well, I'll get it from him then.
Stop! You were going directly to him? You're a brave man.
From one party member to another, what's a big deal? And I know I can do it. You don't have to, do you?
Fuja,
Yes?
you're still here?
Oh, Secretary. This is Comrade Du Zhongxian. This is Deputy Secretary Ji Chong.
Secretary Ji, I am Du Zhongxian, the person mentioned in the report Director Tian presented to you. I came to ask you kindly to return that report to me.
You want that report back? But what about your problem?
Honestly speaking, Secretary, I'd much rather deal with my own problems than cause him some more.
What are you saying now?
Oh, you worry too much, you know. It won't harm anyone. Trust me, Tian Fuja will be fine. Don't worry. Come with me. Come, let's go to the office. I'll give you 10 minutes, okay? You can make your appeal directly to me. After that, I have to visit the old cadres.
So you'll handle this yourself?
All issues are important, right? You concern yourself with things, so why can't I do the same? Come on.
Go, come on. Isn't he the man you were seeking? Go on.
Oh, thank you so much.
Tian!
What?
Tian!
What now? You want to exercise?
The Provincial Party Committee office called, and you're being summoned to Secretary Qiao's office.
You must be dreaming. Why in the world would he want to see me?
What are you even saying? I'm a doctor. I can tell when I'm in the middle of a dream. But I also know when it's time to wake up. Though I did have a dream last night that Secretary Qiao would want to have a meeting with you. Then that call woke me up. So strange, but still effective.
Are you a woman of science or superstition? Huh?
I can't even joke with you. Hurry, go, get yourself changed. You should look nice. After all, we have to make a good impression.
What for? I don't have fine clothes anyway. And what's wrong with these? It's good enough.
The provincial secretary said he wants to meet you personally. It could be because he wants to assign you as administrative commissioner.
You're dreaming.
Please go in. He's expecting you.
Secretary. I've brought Tian Fuja with me.
Oh,
Secretary Tiao.
yes.
Good day.
Tian Fujao. How do you do? Good, good.
As you can see, Mr. Tiao always greets first-time visitors with a warm welcome, lest people get intimidated.
Come sit down.
All right.
Have a seat. Sit here.
After
Sit.
you, sir.
Go ahead.
Oh.
Have a seat.
Thank you.
Comrade Fuja, please, have some water.
Thank you.
Secretary Tiao has already forwarded that appeal you spoke of, and he has instructed that we postpone the close of inspection to a month from now, so that we have time to go over things.
Secretary, I feel the issue of Du Zhongxian being refused acknowledgement should be re-examined by the organization, so he can be given an answer.
Fujun, if you don't restrain your eagerness to help, your wife will leave you for it. What'll you do then?
She won't. She's just ranting.
I heard from Xi that the organization department would like you to stay, but agricultural machinery is what you really want to do, and in Wang Yuan.
Right.
But because of Du Zhengxian's problem, you went over Wang Yuan's prefecture and rashly went straight to the province. That phone call of his deeply offended Deputy Secretary Gao, and that follow-up report, it offended Secretary Miao Kai as well. Oh, you've managed to offend both of them, yet you dare return in Wang Yuan.
Both of those leaders are tried and true leading cadres of the party. I think they can stay professional about this issue, can't they?
Yes. It's good of you to remain magnanimous. But still, I'd like to know why you want to head agricultural machinery. What is it? Why Wang Yuan?
Wang Yuan Prefecture is an ancient revolutionary base, you see, liberated 40 years ago, and it's been nearly 30 years that have passed since the founding of the Republic. The People's Commune, 20 years. But Wang Yuan's people? They haven't grown richer. In fact, they've become poorer.
And you think being assigned head of the station will help lift them out of poverty?
That's not it. It's not just agriculture. Agricultural technology and farming are but a step. To lift Wang Yuan Prefecture out of poverty, we must resolve with the people, sky, and of course the earth. The first step to resolving problems concerning people. We must first tackle this. Rigid thinkers. There are far too many that are leading cadres across all levels. Now, to get rid of bad blood, covering with a bandage will do nothing to help, will it? What we have to do is cut the wound open. Let it bleed, decontaminate, get new blood in.
Oh, I see. In other words, what we need is to shift the mindset.
The sky is the second problem. Wang Yuan Prefecture. It's still stuck in primitive ways of crop farming, dependent on the rains. We can't simply hope for good weather every day. To resolve this problem, first thing, water conservation. We copied Dashai's methods, but each commune did it differently. It wasn't systematic. We could be. We should expend more effort and invest massively and re-strategize to create a comprehensive system.
And the third?
The third problem. When I was investigating on site, a lot of villagers told me, if this land was given to me to farm, I have no doubt the output would double. So then I asked myself, what's the difference between individual and collective farming? It is the communal pot. The communal pot has made farmers lose their enthusiasm, even for production, and muted their wisdom as well. So yes, we could work on linking payment directly to output, address responsibility, and we'd even maybe adjust output quotas. Xiaogang and Anhui has already begun. Guizhou, Sichuan, and Guangdong all have started this program. Secretary, why don't we try it?
But I heard somewhere. That wife of yours, she doesn't want you returning to Wang Yuan.
She's in charge of the house, but she won't question the state. All you have to do is tell her, and she'll listen.
Why would a secretary say that to someone else's wife, huh? You have to figure out how to talk to your wife, okay?
I'll have a talk with her as soon as I can.
Well, I give you permission to leave. You can work in Wang Yuan, but with agriculture, you'll have to wait for an appointment. See what the organization department thinks.
Sure.
Even Secretary Qiao has approved your return. What else can other people do now? It's not that I don't want you to succeed there. I'm just worried that they'll bully you yet again.
You worry too much. These people aren't that petty, you know. I'll be doing practical work. I'll be far away from them.
But agricultural machinery, what future can that hold?
What else can I do? Is it too much to want Wang Yuan? To have the means for proper food? That's the future. And I am going to make sure it happens. Are you going to tell me I shouldn't? Huh?
It's a good dream to have, but I think it's too ambitious.
If I can get it started, it's something.
Promise me this. Promise me you'll behave in Wang Yuan. Keep your head down, all right?
Sure, I promise. Don't worry. As for you, you can't keep skipping work or missing days at the hospital. Once Runya's done with her obligations, you both go ahead. I have to stay here first while we turn over positions. But don't you fret. We'll be together in Wang Yuan again. All right?
Xiao